ain't recorded anything yet. Put that in, put a ceiling fan in, redid one of the lights out in the main garage because it was bad. Dad's working in the trunk. As you can see, doing a little bit of fiberglass work, just make stuff look a little prettier. I decided I was going to play with the doors a little bit today. Let me flip it around. I went ahead and put the regulators back in. As you see, they work pretty smooth. Goes all the way up, all the way down, no issues. I do not have the glass, but I wanted to get them in, and I'm probably going to get the vent wing up here in. That way, once the vent wing's in, I can see what in here is open space for me to use and what's not, so I can try to figure out the speaker location and the routing for the wiring going into the door. So I'll probably put you guys on a time lapse, maybe while I screw around a little bit, and see you on the next clip. I got the vent wing in. Let me try to sit around here so the sun's not blinding you guys. As you can see, she is not perfect by any means. I appear to be missing a little clip. Try to get up here so you guys can see it, but right up in there, right where that light's at, there's like a little threaded piece that pops up into it, like a bolt goes up into this way. And it looks like it's right about the right spot for like a little L bracket that slid in here maybe and hit up there and then bolted that in, because the top keeps wanting to push back this way. So I'm thinking I'm missing just a little L bracket piece. I've got a vice grip in there right at the moment. It opens and closes as it should, but it's kind of janky. It isn't quite lining up yet. But that's part of working with, 50, 60-year-old pieces. Well, I guess technically it's what, 70 something. So yeah, I just kind of explained what I was doing. This is probably not going to stay glass. I believe I'm mounting the mirrors up here, and just kind of going to make it clear, like plexi, with the mirror mount. Because it's not going to need to open. I don't actually need a vent window at all, and that will allow me to maintain the stock window size and use the standard regulator. Because the regulator, well, I've got the vice grips there. It goes up and down perfectly fine. I've got a piece that's going to go around this and lock in. That will power that. So we'll go from there and see what we can do. Well, I'm trying to get these things in first and just piddly mess around. It is kind of nice when it gets all the way in because it does actually latch. It has a lock where it won't just pop open. You got to push in and then open. Obviously all the seals are shot, so they're wanting to stick, and the steels are very, very warped and not at all in good shape. I mean, you can see how bad they are. The glass is pretty gross too, but I mean that's part of dealing with old stuff. Got them kind of looby-doobied up because they did not want to move initially, especially this spot wanted to flex more than anything, but she's coming along. I think there might also be a screw back in here, maybe underneath this seal, that's supposed to tie in here. I haven't tore the seal out yet because mine haven't showed up yet, but all in all, I mean, it does latch. It's just a pain in the ass because it's hitting up here because that piece is not locked fully in place. This could also be twisted slightly. So that's where we're at. I will see you guys in a minute. Side now. I got the passenger side in. It's just straight squares. It's going to be until I get that little L bracket to the top up here made. I need the same thing on this side. This one, however, was missing the bottom hardware down here. There's 2 bolts that go through right there, these 2 spots. And they don't actually go through the nuts. It just has like a little square piece of steel that's been tapped in 2 spots. So I got a nice little 3/8 piece of steel. I'm going to slide it in behind there, line it up, hog jaw it up with some vice grips, and I'm going to run some screws through it. I use them on the top too because they're the right pitch and thread. A square drive. They're actually a self-tapper, but those will be way bigger than what was originally in here, and they'll hold. They're the right size for up here. On both sides, I mean, they just threaded in. They didn't even have to cut anything. It just threaded in. So I'm sure that's what these sizes are. The old ones already had them. So that's where I'm going to hit that. And then I've got the window regulator over there soaking in a little bit of WD for the moment. And it's going in back in this door afterwards. I believe it looks like I'm going to have this whole front space open to be able to put a speaker in and not have to worry about it, which is a good thing for me. So that's where I'm at. I'll put you back on a time lapse while I do this. I'm trying to keep it so that the sun isn't like blinding in because it kind of blurs out everything from what I can tell. So I'll set you where I can set you, and hopefully you'll be able to see everything. I don't know how hot it is where you guys are, and I'm sorry because I guarantee you can hear the fan. It is ridiculously hot in Cincinnati today. A friend of mine's niece just came over to swim. It's only about maybe upper 80s, but the humidity is just ridiculous. It never did rain last night. It's supposed to rain sometime today. I don't know. I wish I was a news person because the weather guy's the only guy that can get his job wrong every single day and stay employed for years at a time. So I'm going to run these 2 screws in, and then I got the regulator. This one's going to have to go in. I'm going to have to drill some. It's got 2 broken bolts in it. I'm dreading that. I don't want to do it, but I'm going to have to. Simple as that. So that's where we're at for right now. We'll see how this all goes. Actually, I forgot. That steel is super thick. I'm going to have to run a little drill bit through first. I keep forgetting that I'm not sure where I got that little steel bar at. I've got it in like 3-foot increments. I don't know, I maybe got 40 feet of it, I'd say, in 3-foot increments. And I'm not exactly sure what it was for, but it is ridiculously strong. I don't have a clue even where it came from. Somebody gave it to me. It kind of looks like the metal you slide down in a fence, that you tension a fence with. It's definitely not, because I've compared it to mine, but man, that's really what it looks like. And the shit is stout, so it does not ever want to drill. So I'm going to run some pilot holes first. Also, one other thing I'm thinking of, I just said I was going to get some tap magic, which anybody that's drilled and tap knows what tap magic is. That being said, I've always swore by that crap until I found this. This is called Anchor Lube. I just came across it on a job, and it was really decent shit. It's kind of better smelling. It's kind of gross. It's green. It looks like boogers, but it works very well. That's no good. Starting out by breaking it, which sucks. Absolutely. Alright guys, I'm back. Sorry, took me a couple minutes. That drill bit immediately broke, so I had to pull that all out. There's one. Once that thing gets a pilot hole through that metal, for whatever reason, the pilot holes, once you're in there, it drills easy once you get that in. But trying to get to that point and get that initial hole all the way through sucks. It never wants to go through. I don't know what it is about that metal, but it is definitely not user friendly. See, it drills easy. I don't know what the difference is. I've ran self-tappers and all kind of crap in my career, and I know for a fact there's flathead or flat-faced square drives. I mean, that's a meaty self-tapper, and it is, I've used them on everything. They drill very well. I don't know what it is about this metal. I can't get any type of screw self-tapping style to drill through that crap. Once you do that little bit of a tip, I mean, you'll see it'll probably go straight in. That being said, because I said it's going to go straight in, I guarantee you it doesn't. Oh, see what I tell you. Now it's going to fight. Let me shorten this up a little bit. Maybe I will not be doing that. Maybe I gotta find a little bigger drill bit, because that one's still being a pain in the ass. Got a little bit bigger drill bit. We'll see how she does. There we go. Now, hopefully it'll go in. Sorry, I set that drill bit down and it almost instantaneously disappeared. There we are. Trying to hide crap from it. What is this? What is this? You get a different screw. I might actually try to run this in like this too. There we go. This is the regulator for this door. Mounts basically right there on the inside. Yes. However, oh, okay, yeah. These little arms here shoot up. That's what holds the bar, that holds the glass, and then that sits in there like that. So as the window goes up, these can pivot with the glass and allow the glass to rotate back. Going from behind. Actually, I got to reel. I think I made a mistake. I got to put it in there before this. Hopefully I can just loosen it and get it tucked in tight. We will see. bar runs up, and this has to slide behind it, which over there I had the door thing in already, so it wasn't a big deal. I didn't consider it over here. But she's in there. I've got two bolts that are open and two that are broken that are going to have to be drilled out. That being said, I need some shorter screws to get in there and do these. So I want to pause you for just a second and go find some hardware. Alright, I'm back. Not the right size. Maybe I will not be doing that. And grab my little miscellaneous hardware box and see what I can find. Assortment of miscellaneous hardware that came off of this car and off the two other cars that made this car. So I'll have to try to play a little bit here. Probably just put you on time lapse because that's going to be boring until I figure out what I'm doing and get my stuff together. You know, preparations always make better videos. I don't do that. So put you on time lapse. Got her all in there. Just make sure she doesn't interfere. Well, everything's good. Mismatched hardware, but hardware nonetheless. She is all in there. She's ready for the glass track on the bottom and the actual window glass. Everything else is there. Pause you guys for a few minutes here. I know this has been kind of a short hodgepodge, but it is what it is. Doing a bunch of miscellaneous stuff today, nothing really planned out. So just kind of having a feel for it, cleaning some areas up in the garage. Like I said, doing a little bit of maintenance in the garage, and then working here and there while Dad does body work on the back end, some fiberglass work. I that's not super entertaining or thrilling, so I'm just going to kind of show highlights off and on of that as we go. So let me figure out where I want to go next. I think I might try to start putting in the rear quarter windows. The glass is bad, but I have the frames. I got everything you need to install them. So I might go ahead and start that. I've been off camera for a little while. I was messing around with some different things. Some stuff I didn't want to necessarily try on camera in case it turned out terrible. I'm still undecided. So, I was thinking about doing something along that lines for the interior. These are the rear Explorer door panels. They cover everything there from the window sill down. I am going to have to clean up the edge because I had to trim it because the door panels were not square. I have the piece for the buttons to go in. We could just blank the buttons off, put them in there, and complete that whole corner. This little section down here is not closed, and there's a little section right up back in there that's not closed, but once you put the seat in, you will not see those. Same with this. This area here is obviously right where the seat back is going to sit. So if there's seats are in here and you're looking across, most of this door panel is covered, this whole outside. What I'm thinking about doing is doing this setup. I've marked on the door where I want my centers at on either side. That allows the door handle to remain right where that hole is. That's where the twist handle is. The power or the window crank is actually back in that section there, and if I do power windows, it will completely cover that, so it won't need to be hidden. It'll just be a matter of figuring out the switches back and forth and then anchoring it. What I was thinking about on this is to either carpet it with some matching carpet like for the car, or even use a street sign, a couple street signs in there, and then either carpet over that or paint it to match the interior. Again, I'm not really sure if I like it or not like it. I'm having to look at it, having to play with it. I just wanted to kind of do it off camera so it wasn't just a whole bunch of trial and error. So I got bits of plastic everywhere. So that's what I've been doing for this last part here. Well, since I want to put the window in. So I'm not sure. Think about going ahead and putting the rear seats in and kind of mocking it up and taking a look at it. I think the rear ones are going to be fine. The front ones are going to be the biggest issue for me. I'm not sure if I like it or hate it. But the door panels for like a set of plastic ones are like $100 something bucks, and I would prefer not to spend $100 something bucks because that's without padding, without fabric, without assembling any of it. And I don't know that I want to go through all that. By the time you get fabric and everything else, you're looking at about $200, maybe $250 for all of it, plus the time and all that to do it. I don't know if I want to do that. I think I kind of dig this. I might pull the passenger seat down and set in there and see if I can get a little better feel for it. Give me a few minutes. I might go ahead and pull that seat down and take a look. Hey, what's up, guys? It's been like, I don't know, 833 hours. since I was last on. It's dark, as you can see. I was working on some ideas for the interior, and it fought me tooth and nail and fought me tooth and nail. And quite honestly, today it won. This car whipped my ass today. Found 2 big wasp nests, which is always a pleasant thing. And fighting seats. So I'm going to turn you around. Kind of, well, first I'm going to adjust something first. I want to show you something, but I don't want to show it to you with it looking like ass. Which it's not done, so I mean it doesn't matter. But it is what it is. Alright, this is kind of an idea I was tossing around. I got all the quarter glass in. It's all ruined, but I mean the frames are in. And what I'm fighting with all day was that right there. That back seat on that side, flat did not want to go in. The wheel wells apparently are narrower than the Explorer was right there. And I did a lot of extra clearancing on the wheel wells. It is not finished. I cannot seem to get the seat to latch backwards because these seats fold forward. And they'll fold forward. I just can't quite get enough room to get it to latch. So I'm going to turn around, let you see what it looks like, and kind of let me know your guys' opinion. Now that's heated powered seat, heated folding rear seat. That is the rear quarter door, like the 4-door door panel. I've got the inserts that go where like the button should have went. I'm just going to blank those off and put that back on. And basically up here, I got both pieces here. Where the hole is in the center, that's where the factory door handle is for the 50s Ford. I have enough room that if I bolt that to it, that handle sticks out enough for me to get the handle on there and work it. My other thought was to grind it down, weld something to it, shoot down, and then come out where the handle of the Explorer was. But I think that's going to be a little more headache than it's worth. I did order the power window regulator set up for this. So, barring they work, when they get here and they look like they're going to function the way I want, the actual regulator's back in that area that's bumped out for the switches. And it has a ton of room for anything that I need to put back there. But what I was thinking is doing that. Now, if you see on the back, that door panel ends basically right here past the seat. But glancing in, it driving down like walking around a car show or something, looking at it, it's going to look pretty tidy. I'm going to either carpet the extra pieces of the door to match the interior, or I might use some street signs and some aluminum and put some aluminum on it and then put some fabric in that matches the interior. I wasn't really sure if I liked this or not. So I decided I was just going to at least put half of it in and check it out. So, I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. That being said, by the time you guys get back with me, if you do, I will most likely have already made my mind up. I don't know, it's got about 4 or 5 hours in on it today, and most of that was clearancing for the seat and trying to get the seat bolted down. It did not want to go back in place. I don't know why. It shouldn't have given me any grief, but it gave me a lot of grief. And now, like I said, it's right at the spot where it should latch backwards, but it will not latch. So I'm fighting that too. I'm just going to call it a night though for tonight because I'm exhausted. But I wanted to show you guys a little something and get your guys' opinion. It's got the modern dash. I don't think it looks too bad. So The only other option I would have would be to buy standard 50 shoebox Ford. I've priced the pre-cut plastic pieces with no interior, like no fabric or anything. They're, I think, $106 or $116 for the set. That's not super bad or anything, but then I've got to get padding and I've got to get some form of material for it. So I'm not really sure if that's what I want to do or not. Turn it around here, and I got this door open. Now, obviously, it's not bolted or anything, but that will sit. I'm going to actually loosen this and tuck this directly under the edge of the window garnish, and that's the section I'll have to make a piece for. This will bolt in just like the rear one did, and this area up here I've actually got plans for. This basically just fills this gap, but I want to bring my wiring out back here and into the door right here. That'll help fill this little gap. So that's what's going on. Again, I'm not positive if it's definitely going to stay or not. But, you know, pretty nice to have heated power seats in your little hot rod, especially something that is got this little bit of money in it. So I'm calling it a night. Y'all have a good one. I'm going to try to get this edited and thrown up tonight. I don't know that that will happen. It really depends on how I feel after I get out of the shower, because right now I am pretty well whooped. So if this doesn't go up tonight, it will be spliced on with a bunch of crap tomorrow, or be uploaded tomorrow morning. I'm not sure which. Tomorrow's trash day. I definitely have to have it, because the trash can is overflowing. Oh, I don't remember if I showed you guys either. Now this cheapo ceiling fan out here, so at least some air will continue to move around for us. But yeah, that's where we're at. I'll give you guys one more walk around on the car, and I'll see you guys in the morning. Thanks for watching.